Greetings, class, to Horror 101 and Professor Macabro's Halloween Marathon. You know, it's weird, but I've unintentionally created a theme here. A couple of days ago, I talked about memorable deaths in movies. Last time, we talked about eternal life. And this time, I wanted to talk about what lies after death. Now, that's a debate a lot of people have had throughout the years. You know, what is there after we leave our mortal coil? Now, me being immortal, which, as we talked yesterday, involves eternal life, eternal youth, and eternal health, well, it's kind of difficult for me to really say what's going to happen because I don't see that happening anytime soon. And my faithful companion here, Zombie Wasitos, well, she's a zombie. She can't really talk, as you have probably noticed, so she's no help either. But there are a lot of movies that do postulate what might happen after people pass through the pearly gates or meet the Grim Reaper himself. Today's movie and tale of terror is Flatliners. Now, unfortunately, you might have seen the remake. Now, when I heard that they were going to remake this movie, much like my normal reaction when a remake is announced, was of disgust. Because honestly, why can't you think of more original ideas, Hollywood? You have the potential. You have come out with original stuff. Why do you keep remaking stuff? It's unnecessary, really. But then I heard that it wasn't a remake, but a sequel. And I was like, well, that's better, you know. It's a sequel. It might not be a good sequel based on the trailer, but at least it's not a prequel. But, yeah, I will freely admit, I was fooled, and it's a remake. The new Flatliners is not a sequel, it's a remake. So, got me. I'll get to you later. But I wanted to talk about the original one, the good one. Now, this movie is about a group of medical students that, much like a lot of people, ponder what might be after death. You know, being medical people and men and women of science, their religious subjects are not really touched upon. You know, you either believe in a concept of life after death, and whether it be heaven or Valhalla or what have you, you will get rewarded by your good deeds on this world. If you're a Buddhist, you know, you'll believe in reincarnation until you reach nirvana. And, if you're the other kind, well, a nice fiery pit awaits you. But there's still the idea of life after death based on religions. Now, these people, being medical and, again, people of science, decide that, well, let's actually see what happens. Let's induce on each other death, by chemicals, what have you. But have the others on standby to bring you back, and then we'll discuss what happens to each one. Now, granted, it doesn't always go well when people dabble on stuff that they shouldn't or they're not prepared to deal with, because, unless you have an open mind or prior experience with the beyond, you're gonna get the shit scared out of you. And that's what happens. This group of medical people, each encounters what happens after death, and, well, it's not always pretty. No. It's actually very, very creepy for the people involved. Now, this stars a relatively young cast for the time. It has Kevin Bacon, Julia Roberts, and Kiefer Sutherland. Now, this movie did jumpstart their career. It's funny how that works, if you think about it. How famous actors got their start in horror movies. Check it out. Research. I'll be more than happy to share it as we go along, but by all means, research it. Go to, well, Google or Wikipedia and research your favorite actors, and you will find that about 90% of the time they start off in horror. So there you go. Horror is awesome indeed. Now, this was a jumping point for a lot of these three actors, and it does have some very nice visuals. As, you know, each science person encounters their life, a near-death experience. As they encounter regrets, they encounter things they would like to change, people they would like to apologize to, stuff like that. And the main character in the movie, Kiefer Sutherland's character, goes through his own arc. But what is very nice about this is the visuals. Like movies of old, it has practical effects, lighting, and the such, which really does make it stand out. Not the CGI stuff that we get nowadays. No. This was in the good old days where they had practical things and the such. So, it is a very interesting look into the possibility of life beyond death. Yes, there might be some medical inconsistencies here and there, but it's a movie. You're supposed to use your suspension of disbelief and just enjoy the ride. Now, if you get something out of this, and you actually, want to research more, you can totally do so. Just be careful when you try to dabble in near-death experiences, because there are some doors that are not meant to be open, and if they are open, you never know what's gonna come back with you. But, all in all, a very enjoyable movie. I personally enjoyed it, and I am very happy to finally add this to the collection in that it is now mine. But yes, Flatliners gets a solid B+. Yes, it doesn't dwell too much on, certain subjects, and yes, there are some things about the subject matter that's not touched upon very much, but it's still an enjoyable movie. I highly recommend it. The effects are worth it. The atmosphere is cool, and the acting is solid. There's a reason why these three actors became big stars, because they are solid actors. So Flatliners gets a B+. Highly recommend it. And it's also, like Death Becomes Her that we talked about yesterday, a very good cautionary tale about dealing with stuff that you're not supposed to, at least if you're not properly trained or, have an open mind about. So, class, this is day 9 of Professor Macabro's Halloween Marathon. I hope you're enjoying this, as always, because I enjoy listening to the sound of my voice, and I know you do too. So, class, until I see you tomorrow, good evening.